Everybody, welcome back to the Great Jimbabwe Plays Slay the Spire. Lunchtime run, people. Lunchtime run. We got a break in the action here, so let's get it going. I'm gonna play this silent today. Sorry about that. Let's see. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Choose colorless. So it's not so bad. A random common with no downside can be good. Random boss. Curse for HP. Come on, Nia, you can do better than that. That's not a fair trade. We get the bronze scales. Receiving attack damage deals damage back. I like it. It's pretty good. It's like having a free caltrops on the silent. Who do we got? We got the slime boss. We need to find some damage. I'm liking this campfire elite campfire situation. That would force us into one more elite. I think I'm okay with it. Let's start here. Okay. A little damage coming in. Alright. How's everybody's week going? I feel like the world has been a chaotic place lately. I hope everyone's hanging in there okay. I was, my mom lives nearby. She helps a lot with childcare. But she ordered some kind of modular furniture. And it came in about 15 boxes, and all of them were very heavy. So I spent a little time moving some furniture around this week is kind of the end of that story. I thought that it looked pretty good when it came out of the box. It was pretty comfortable. I was surprised. I kind of had my doubts. But I think the reason it was so heavy is my mom opted for multiple pieces with recliners built in, which definitely adds some weight. All good here. I'll take flying knee for the damage. She told me that, so I lugged the boxes. I took them in from the front porch area to the place they were going to be set up. She mentioned to me that they were a pain in the butt to get out of the box, and she smashed her finger pretty good. So we'll have to go over there when I pick up the kids later and check on how things are going. Spin the wheel. Spun it before. We did well the first time. A free heal. That is of no value to us. But it's also not a detriment to us, so that's good. Got a nice free heavy hitting turn here. Let's see, 6 damage. I'll full block it. I think with the slime boss and a forced elite, we want to try to keep this health pool nice and full, if at all possible. Piercing Whale, I always say it's good, but I do think in this case we need to go heavy on the damage. We get another combat, which is fine. We can one-shot this guy. Weaken, block, weaken. Maybe it was my years as a mover, but I don't buy new furniture very often. I get tired of moving it around. I have a new rule in our house, and, you know, to be fair, my rules are mostly ignored. But no furniture that requires major assembly on our part. I want it delivered, or I want to get a piece of furniture that's already together. Kind of works out okay when you don't buy it too often, because it tends to be more expensive that way. But yeah, lugging furniture up and down stairs all the time. More damage here. More damage and weak. Both good. Purely because this is uncommon, I'll upgrade it. That is not a good reason at all. If I had a chat going, I would put that one to a vote. Okay. We do get to stack some weak, which is nice. We don't have any huge attacks. By the way, Ascension 2 here. The climb continues. I'm gonna let this guy hit us. We want to strike and we want to all-out attack. Now the question is, do we put up some block? I think we can put up some block this time. We should have a reasonable chance to end this fight, and I think we got it. Nice. We get past the Gremlin Knob yet again. Has not been the run stopper that he used to be in higher ascensions. Ornithopter. Distilled Chaos. We get some healing from potions. That's good. Infinite Blades. I'm not a... I know I've taken it already once on one of our silent runs, but I kind of think Infinite Blades is just okay. Distraction... A lot of duds in the silent pool. We got a lot of cards that require discard in the skill pool in particular. So Distraction, not one of my favorites. I'll take a dodge and roll. Yeah, I guess if the Gremlin Knob played football, he'd play defensive line because he's a run stopper. Am I right, guys? I'll be here all week. Let's see. Yeah, I'll upgrade the Sucker Punch. Let's keep the damage as high as we can. Let's get the nice big chest. Get some gold and the Toxic Egg when we add a skill to the deck, upgrade it. Very nice to have. I'm willing to wake this guy up, I think, with 3 decent attacks. It's not going to get that much better for us, and we should be able to get a week on this guy here, hopefully. Yeah. Stack a little more weak. We get 2 attacks and the dodge and roll. Dodge and roll actually is not the right play here because he will not attack next turn. So let's get the 1 extra block. Look at that, guys. I'm remembering how to play this game. 20 HP. We're going to lose some strength here, but he will... I think we have enough ways to do damage that we can get through this. And 1 more attack should do it. We get another egg. We get the frozen egg when we had a power upgraded. So now 2 out of 3 of the types of cards will be upgraded. Crippling Cloud. Apply 7 poison and 2 weak to all enemies. We got Choke. 12 damage whenever you play a card. The enemy loses HP. And another Sucker Punch. I'll take the pre-upgraded Crippling Cloud. 275 gold. Definitely enough to see a shop. And we get some pre-upgrades. Okay, so this was an energy upgrade. Okay. Or Calcum, 6 block and you turn on every enter shop, gain HP. The draw pile is shown in order. No other shops coming here in the near future. I think footwork is pretty good. I will take footwork. We have a lot of ways to put weak on enemies. I think Heal Hook is takeable here. Not one we've seen yet. Heal Hook, deal 5 damage if the enemy has a weak, gain energy and draw a card, so it becomes essentially free at that point. Deadly Poison with Crippling Cloud is kind of interesting. We haven't really leaned into a poison build yet, and I'll remove a card here. I'm going to take out a base strike. So we're looking for attacks still, I think. Depending on how this goes, we may challenge that elite. We'll see. We shall see. I would really like to take this guy out if we can. We don't have a way to block. We could play the potion, get some healing, and probably some block. Lots of block there. Very nice. I think that potion was worth it. I tend, sometimes I hesitate too much to play the potions, I think. You know, you don't want to overdo it, but, you know, they're there to use, especially when you have 3 slots and we get the Ornithopter bonus here. Let's not be stingy with it. Colorless potion. Another deadly poison. I sometimes think 2 deadly poisons is not so bad. You can stack up the poison pretty quickly, and there's a lot of enemies that are susceptible to poison. I will try it. This will be the sentries, if I'm not mistaken, because we got the knob in the log one. I think we can beat the sentries. Am I going crazy here? I thought you couldn't see repeat elites. 1, 2. We saw the knob for sure. In my head, I did that right. And I'm not sure, honestly, where I went wrong there. I was pretty sure that you can't see repeat elites on the floor. I'm not sure how we got the knob twice there. But let's drink the potion. Add a random colorless card. I don't really want to take the skills. I will play magnetism. If we can get some colorless attacks that can help us out of here, because I think the knob is actually not a good fight for us. Okay. He's weakened. Enlighten, reduce all. We already have everything on. That's really not very useful for us. You did get a little poison on him with no penalty, so that's good. Okay, so we've got him on a timer here. We're going to get through it, but I'm actually, I'm pretty convinced that you can't see the same elite twice unless there's like an event or something like that. I'm surprised that happened. Horn Cleat, 14 block on turn 2, very good. Okay, we get some big attacks here and an upgraded dodge and roll, by the way, but Eviscerate costs 1 less for every card discarded. We do have all-out attack and Survivor. This could be good. Sometimes Eviscerate's even not bad at 3 energy. This is where you really would love to see all-out attack. It's kind of too bad. Can take this guy out. Could take one more out and eat the damage. Should have gotten the one doing 6, but we're probably going to rest going into the boss fight here. Yeah, let's hit him with that. These guys will both go either way. Let's just block some more, like playing the cards. Let's see, we get an attack potion. That's also some healing. Caltrops. When you are damaged, deal 5 back. We have the bronze scales, but a pre-upgraded Caltrops is pretty good. We do have more discard here, though. Prepared is one of those cards unupgraded. I guess you can't go back and see the unupgraded version, but draw 1, discard 1, I think is significantly worse than draw 2, discard 2. I think it's actually kind of bad unupgraded, but once you upgrade, that gives you a lot of options. Let's see what we can do against the boss here. So we don't have the Eviscerate synergy. I think I'll get Footwork out there early. And no reason not to play. Could have played the... No, I couldn't have played the Strike. Yeah, that's not so bad. Some slime just coming into the deck. One thing about Horn Cleat against the slime boss, the timing's a little off. I think the wheel is turn 3 would be a little better for us here. 35 incoming, but can draw some more. I will discard the Strike. He's already weak. I'm going to discard the Sucker Punch and, like, plan to split this guy as best possible when the poison's also going to hit. We can also go with the attack potion that turn. So he's going to split here. We didn't really get what we were looking for. In that case, I will still play the attack potion. Well, we only have 1 energy. Dodge and roll in case we get attacked by the smaller slimes. Okay. Straw 2. Kind of mitigate the slimes a little bit with that. So he will split at 23. So Deadly Poison, probably better to play on the gray slime. See if you can split this guy at a lower health pool. This looks pretty good. I definitely want to play all-out attack. Yeah, that's pretty good. We avoid all the damage there. 13 and 11 is not so bad, especially when we can get our all-out attack back again. Let's get the slimes out. We have a little block. I think we have a good chance to make it through this. The win streak, I do not think is going to end on this fight. I'll play the... Let's get a little block out there. There you go. Act 1 done. Get another potion. Got a couple pre-upgrades here, but the glass knife, 8 damage twice, and decrease the damage of this card by 2 in this combat. So this gets a little worse every time you play it in a fight. The 1,000 cuts. Whenever you play a card, deal 2 damage to all enemies. We've had that before. Kind of expensive. Phantasmal attacks do double damage next turn. Phantasmal's pretty good pre-upgraded. Do we have enough in the way of attacks? I think we could use another attack, and it's not like we're never going to upgrade. Got a new one here. We got the Sozu. Gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer obtain potions. I previously would have had Sozu near the top of my relic tier list. I think I've moved it down quite a bit. Not getting potions is a pretty bad downside. We also have the Ornithopter, so we would lose that synergy. We only have 1 potion. But yeah, no potions the rest of the run starting on Act 2. That's pretty rough. I kind of think Busted Crown is better for us in this case. I want the energy. Would I rather just never discard with the Runic Pyramid? You can do some funky stuff with the pyramid. We haven't taken it yet. I will try the pyramid in the name of trying something different. How about that? 193 gold in a fight here. Look at this wall of elites. 3 elites on the right path. Pretty scary. Campfire right before all of them. I think we're going to head this way. Alright. The Spheric Guardian. We will not discard here. I think Crippling Cloud stripping 2 artifact is probably worth it. We will play our Prepared to make Eviscerate playable. The big thing with the Runic Pyramid, not being able to control your draw. If you can't play cards, you can get in trouble with hand clog. I want to be able to draw the rest of the deck. Don't have weak on him. We have no way to strip the rest of this artifact either. This is maybe already a little bit scary. 11 times 2. We still cannot get the weak on him. This card is good for the pyramid. I will full block and I will get the rest of this artifact off. The reason you want to do that is with poison, you can avoid the block can kind of be ignored. You want to stack the poison and take out the guardian if that's your build. We can weaken him. Poison, poison. Heel hook. And I think glass knife puts us on lethal, and there you go. We defeat the guardian. No damage. Some upgraded cards here. Endless Agony. Deal 6 damage whenever you draw this card. Add a copy of it. Terror. Lots of vulnerable. I'm going to take a 0 cost with no energy relic. I think Terror is takeable here. 206 gold. Let's hit the shop. I love me some Corpse Explosion. Yeah. Doesn't take much convincing for me. I think Corpse Explosion is always takeable, pretty much in any situation. Especially floor 2. We get all those AoE-based elite fights. Ooh, the book. At full health, you gotta read the book. I was never much of a read... Oh, this is not Slay the Spire, but reading, yeah, Nora's Codex, not my favorite, but still good. Never much of a reader growing up, but started to realize maybe I just don't enjoy, reading like fiction books for pleasure. I like to read, and it's going to sound ridiculous, but I like to read like technical books, trying to learn new skills. Been reading some chess opening books, fundamental chess openings. You can find it at your local Barnes and Noble. Been reading that one. It's pretty good. I feel like I learned a lot. I've gotten better. My rating has gone up for sure. Duplicate. I kind of think 2 tear is not so bad. We also get to hold them with the pyramid. Lots of fights where that could be relevant. You get the avocado. One of my younger sisters is an absolute bookworm. And why did I discard the defend? We should have blocked. Yeah, I feel like she's really forced me to look at that with a new perspective. I think the idea that it's a relaxing activity that's also kind of quiet, as your life gets busier, I see the appeal. Take backstab, why not? She's a little bit of a writer too, which is very cool. I've always I have a ton of respect for that. That's a really cool thing to get into. I don't know if I have the stuff to be a good writer. Hopefully she'll let me read her book when it's done. Yeah, we got full block here. Do I want any of these? We had 3 golds from the Codex. It's pretty interesting. Wraith form pretty good, but we don't have that much energy. I'm going to skip that. This fight seems to be under control from what I can tell. Why did I think I had another energy? I don't know why I thought that. Gotta play a little more in control. Little damage. Gold. Acrobatics. We don't need to draw all the time, but sometimes it can be good. We get the discard too. Gives us options. Alright, Corpse Explosion. This is the fight you take that for sure. A little unfortunate on the amount of damage. I mean, I don't think you can control. I think the damage is coming either way on this fight. This guy's not weak. The weak. And plus the damage is probably worth it here. Yeah, Slice works. 0-cost card's good for us if we're adding some card draw. So we're gonna have to rest here. Right, that guy's done. We need to damage the Taskmaster a little bit. Gold, the Maw Bank, not the relic I was looking for there. Flechette's skills in hand. That works for us. Let's rest. It's funny, my sister's also, I talked about the other day in our fantasy football league, we have a few women now, and she is one of them, and she's good. Her team is always competitive. I think she might get a little help. A little outside help, but that's part of the fun. With 3 skills. I want a Corpse Explosion, the Sentry, so the poison will be negated, but the explosion effect will still apply. The thing that's killing us here is energy, for sure. This is one of those times, if I see outmaneuver, it feels like this could be the run to take it. We want to try to take out this guy with 2 skills. We have enough block. The one thing is our hand is now clogged. But 3 skills with flechettes is pretty good. Can we take him out? He has 24. We can do 11 plus 14. Yeah. Just barely. 2 potions. This is healing, remember, so we have 10 HP in the hopper. 3 upgraded knife. I think calculated gamble can get us out of some jams. If our hand gets too busy, we take the calculated gamble and try again. Let's go this way. Ink bottle, when you play 10, draw 1. Card draw. Not something we're hurting for right now. We have a fight here. Let's see. 3 skills. Terror. Now we only have 2 skills. This feels like it might be a gamble time. Can't really do a ton of damage here. Okay. Yeah, glass knife, takeable. 18 block, pretty good. This is a turn where acrobatics actually doesn't seem so bad. Let's see, we got 24 incoming. The defend is probably good enough. I'll defend, and let's hit these guys a little bit. Slice, I think, is also good enough. Trying to be careful not to kill the fungi beast at the wrong moment. He makes you vulnerable upon death. And crippling cloud and weaken both of them. Nobody's weak, although if with crippling cloud, somebody would be weak. Okay. We have some block. We can put up a little block. I could upgrade. As a matter of fact, I will get a better defend in the mix. I know that seems small, but I don't want this one to get out of hand. So this guy's done. This guy is vulnerable for the rest of his life. We have 2 glass knives. Let's explode him. It's more satisfying. Liquid bronze. So we will add to our thorns. Tactician is a way to get energy. Yeah. Let's see, 185 gold. The pair would have been okay here. Outmaneuver. Next turn, gain energy. I know I just complained about it, but with Tactician, I now think... I want to take it eventually. Let's give it a try. This seems like the run to try it. I will rest, and then I'm going to challenge this elite up here. 60 HP seems like enough. If we get the Book of Stabbing, Thorns goes pretty hard there. We have 5 skills. I will make him vulnerable first. Hey, let's outmaneuver. So next turn, we got some big energy incoming. I think another Eviscerate. If we get a chance to discard a lot, we'll play 2 Eviscerates. They're also randomized. Very interesting. Don't see us playing a 3-cost Deadly Poison. That worked according to plan. We already have the block. Slap some poison on this guy and get this fight going our way. Doesn't matter. So far, the one last ride playthrough, I was started off a little shaky, and I was thinking, wow, am I overestimating? Am I just not that good? Am I going to start losing all these runs on Ascension 0 through 5, and we're going to be playing a couple thousand episodes? But now I'm starting to think, no, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to play 1,000 episodes. I think, we'll definitely start losing more as we get up a little higher, but I don't think it's crazy to say a 50% win rate through the whole climb is impossible. I think that's in the realm of happening. I don't think we need another corpse explosion here. Bullet time, kind of interesting. We can make everything in our hands 0 and play everything. I'll try that. We get the Tactician. Terror's good. Neutralize good. We get to discard Tactician here. We have 5 energy. Energons, if you will. One of my buddies always says, when the term energy comes up in like a board game or a video game, he calls it Energons. Is that from something? Or am I just being weird? Maybe I'm not in touch with the culture. Yeah, I'll Catalyst. Miller's Codex, you know, strong. Kind of a lot to use sometimes. I find that. Oh, I personally think choosing a card after every turn is a little much, but it is good. Yeah, that's why we took Catalyst. And yeah, sure, I'll Sucker Punch this guy. We have the hand space. No reason to play a card here. Choke kind of interesting with I was going to say Bullet Time. Didn't end up drawing it. Could draw it with Calculated. Doesn't really matter here, though. You know what? Yeah, let's calculate and try to end this fight. That didn't go too bad. This is the big difference between early Ascension and later Ascensions. It's so easy to keep... Not so easy. I've already lost a couple, obviously. But it's much easier to start the relic flow. Keep that thing going. And like get the deck, like your deck just becomes much tougher to deal with at that point. I think Malaise is definitely good. Honestly, none of these relics are like absolutely dominant. I think the pre-upgrades are very good. McMaw Bank is fine. I think Ink Bottle is like mid-tier. I think Regal Pillow is generally maybe below mid-tier even, because if you're resting a lot, that's not a good sign usually. 12 times 2, 9 times 3, both good. I think Glass Knife just gives you the more kind of like numeric value there. Yeah, later Ascensions, though, if you start taking some damage, you got to really think if you're going to go into an elite by, let's say, like 20 to 30 HP. That is not a guarantee by any stretch. Let's do some Acrobatics, discard Tactician. We would love to see... I'll get rid of these defense. We did not get our discard synergies. We did not get... What am I thinking of? Eviscerate. I'd like to get Eviscerate there. Outmaneuver playable. Let's get Footwork out there. Big Malaise is definitely interesting with the Outmaneuver, actually. Maybe I'm finding some use cases for Outmaneuver that I didn't consider before. I think Dodge and Roll. Let's get some block next turn. Let's start putting some poison on this guy. Malaise is always playable, but I'm not going to do it here. Other Acrobatics. No. I like where we're at. 18, 20, 32 coming, but 21 block. I think this guy weak. I think I'm extra weak. 27 now. I think a big Malaise. This is 5. So this guy's down 5 strength. That's pretty good. And now we start to think about trying to unclog our hand. Terror is a way to do that. Corpse Explosion's good here. You know what I also want to test? When we get the Codex this turn, if there are unupgraded cards shown, I want to make sure that they're upgraded when they go into our hand. I think they are. Not a lot of ways to block for us, unfortunately. That's something. Our Eviscerate is not in the discards. I was thinking about Liquid Memories. We do have it here. I will block here. I don't think there's any possible way we get this guy low enough. No. I'm not going to do it here. 1,000 cuts is close. I think 2 is too expensive for us. Okay. Discard is good for us. We want to start clearing this out. Eviscerate can take this guy out. And then he's going to explode and kill that guy. Yeah. Not so bad. 45 HP. This fight is not a lock. He does not. I think there's no downside to this. Let's get some energy next turn. Gamble's good. Wraith form? Let's see if this gets upgraded. It does not get upgraded. I guess that does not count as adding a skill or a power. I was a little surprised. I thought that would work, to be honest. Only 3 skills. 2 intangible but lose dexterity. I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold. Thinking man's turn, as we say. We can also play the Dex Potion if we have to. Might be some bigger attacks incoming. Crippling Cloud, block, gamble. We get the heal hook. So we do full block. I'm actually going to ditch Sucker Punch. Now we have 2 other defense. I'll ditch a defend. Yeah. Now we're thinking Corpse Explosion to help us out of the jam here. 18 damage. I can pull back Wraithform Plate for free. This seems like the right time. Let's do it. Let's get Wraithform. Get some health back. Become intangible. I'll even dodge and roll. That'll solve block for 2 turns. I'll take another Wraith form. That's a way to not take damage. So we will discard Tactician and Defend. Let's see, Eviscerate now cheap. Acrobatics. Let's get rid of another Defend. Start hitting this guy a little harder. Poison, poison. Sucker Punch. Neutralize. I think we're good. I think we're going to be okay here. We are going to see Act 3. I think this will be 7 runs in a row, maybe? It's pretty good. Nice. 102 gold. This is shop-worthy. Distilled Chaos and Alchemize. Obtained potion. Free upgraded, so it's free. Malaise. 2 malaise. Pretty strong. After image. When you play a card, gain block. Let's get more potions. Okay, we can Ring of the Snake. Snecko Eye. Snecko Eye is good. We have a lot of 0-cost cards. I'm going to go Philosopher's Stone. Penalty with the strength, but the energy feels like a limiting factor to me. Corpse Explosion against Donu Deka is about as good as it gets. It's if we can get up here, I think we have a pretty good chance. I like the early shop on this floor. That will mean some floor fights, but there's some campfires. Left path looks pretty good to me. And now I'm kind of thinking, like, start playing our potions. And let's get more potions. Yeah. That's a good turn 1. Discard every turn. Pretty good for us. Really only benefits us, I think. Some gold going. I don't think we need these. A lot of damage here. 32 damage. Survivor. I don't think deadly poison's crucial for us. All-out attack probably isn't playable, actually, but... some deferred energy there. Take a hit. So this is where... this is one of those moments where there's a subtle play here that might benefit us in the long run. We can take this guy down, but if we can full block, which we can, I think you hold and hope you draw Alchemize. And we pretty much have one turn to do it. Let's see if it pays off. I literally said it, and I still took this guy out. These guys aren't going to die, though. Not the... that could have been worse. Not a good play. That might go down in Jimbabwe lore as one of our worst, you know, counterintuitive plays I've made so far. That was pretty bad. We didn't get Alchemize here. But I do think if we block, we got 6 coming from this guy. Still can block. Okay. No direct discard on the Tactician. There's some defend, some defend. $33 card deck. Probably more than we would like. Alright, I'm not going to mess it up this time. Let's play as much as we can. The rest of these kill him, unfortunately. Even if we do not get... well, we do get Alchemized. So even if we get no direct benefit from one of these potions, we will still get the heal from Ornithopter. And that's what I'm kind of thinking about here. Let's play Alchemize. We get the heal. Defeat 3 enemies with poison in a single combat. Didn't even know that. I don't remember that at all. We cannot drink any of these outside of combat, so... Bouncing Flask. 3, 4... I think we have what we need. Let's try the shop. Even more potions. How many upgrades do we have? We have most of this upgraded. Apotheosis. One of these times we're going to get it early and it's gonna pop. Matrushka or Orrery? First off, I think we can start cutting. I mean, we should have already been cutting some basic strikes. This is basically a ton of healing the rest of the way. We had exactly the right amount. So satisfying. Exact change for the merchant. $41. But we can discard Tactician. 5 skills. Alright, he's doing 0. No harm in stacking some poison. It'll block next turn. Trying to avoid the hand clog here. Malaise is not that important this fight. Let's just make the room. Catalyst, on the other hand. Poison just so strong against the transient. Did I call him a nemesis a second ago? It's a transient. But if you stack some poison and start multiplying it. Yeah, it's good stuff. Let's hit him. Survivor. We need another... So we're 15 away. We're going to do 6 with the poison. We can play 2 of these and then outmaneuver. Nightmare Catalyst. Now we're getting into some of the game-breaking strategies. I'll play the Thorns. I'll play the Strength. I don't think that's the critical potion for us. Smoke Bomb. We can always play that at the end of the fight if we want. Now, we can weaken him. Heal Hook and get another card. Corpse Explosion. It's pretty strong. I will eviscerate. I would really like to try Nightmare Catalyst if we can get it. Running out of turns to do it. Don't want to discard the Catalyst, so let's try that. 10 more cards to go. We have a chance at it. I don't think we're going to get enough to knock this guy out. We do get Nightmare. It's silly. We could do it. I'm gonna... This is... Okay, I'm saying this. I know this is not the right choice. But we can do enough here that it's kind of funny. Adrenaline. Always a good ad. 30 damage was a lot of damage to take to try something stupid. Double, double, double. We did get a trophy for that. 99 or more poison. We take no damage here. Now we need to be thinking another potion. Good, because we're going to get the White Beast statue. Nothing else worth playing here, really. Fear potion. Skip those. With that fight in mind, I'm tempted to go through the event and get this campfire. There are 2 campfires up here. I don't think either of these paths are horrible. I'm literally going to flip a coin on my phone for this one. Let's see. Flip a coin. Heads, I go left. Tails, I go right. It is tails. For those of you who want to check me on that, I just Googled flip a coin. And there's a little coin with a head on one side and like a goblet of fire on the back for all you Harry Potter fans out there. Talk about the one exception to reading for me. I loved Harry Potter as a kid. I must have read each one of those books 10 to 20 times. Still love it to this day. Harry Potter's... I'm a Potterhead, I guess. I don't know. I've always been a Weasley guy as far as favorite character. I think my favorite character is probably Ron. But Fred and George, definitely... They're up there. I might even put them on the same level. I'll take another calculated. Fred and George just have so many home run moments throughout those stories, especially in the books. I think the Jamie and Oliver Phelps in the movies, right? Yeah, they did a phenomenal job. They seem like goofy guys in real life from what I've seen. Just such a natural fit. I guess I always kind of wondered this. So they got casted pretty young. Do you think when you get casted that young into such an iconic character, you have a tendency to become a little bit more like them over the course of your life? I think yes. I wonder if that impacted them at all. Let's outmaneuver. Save the malaise. So Corpse Explosion is our game plan. Don't need to retain, that's for sure. That is our game plan to beat Donu Deka, and I think that's a winning plan. Let's see, we can weaken him. We also pay a huge malaise here. Okay, this guy is down 4 strength and is weak for a long time. It's a catalyst. Terror. Corpse Explosion. We're going to get Tactician here. It's pretty good. I think 52 poison is enough. Poison is one of those things when you're playing Catalyst, you want to, you know, it's always satisfying to see a humongous, like, triple-digit number down here. But just remember, there is a good enough point, and I think 50 poison is good enough. Calculated Gamble will drop Tactician here, which will give us energy. 5 skills, I think, is playable, though. In fact, Glass Knife is probably playable. This guy only we need to do 14. Not sure what I'm even looking for here. We do want to play a potion. We got 2 potions now that do not work well with the white beast statue, unfortunately. Smoke bomb. Kind of interesting. I will play the thorns just to get it out of the pool. Colorless is good. If I see any fight that I even have the slightest inclination it might not be good for us, I will play smoke bomb. Because you don't want to take that into the last fight because it does nothing. If we do take it into the last fight, I will drop it when we get alchemize. More damage, more block, more weak. I think block is the helps our win condition. We wanted to stay alive until we can get the poison and corpse explosion out there. We can remove a card. Don't need the basic strike. Going into the Spirit Guardian. Lots of draw. Definitely don't need the strike. I'll get rid of the base defend with no damage incoming. We can eviscerate. Big malaise on the menu if we want it. Get the alchemize. I'm going to ditch smoke bomb. I don't think there's going to be a situation where we necessarily need to play that. And let's keep some of the days out of our deck. Could have gotten the Spirit Guardian pretty close, but I think corpse explosion. More corpse explosion's fine. Two skills. 22 block is plenty. When I visited London, let's see, it was a couple of years ago now, I did get a chance to visit the Making of Harry Potter studio off of the Watford Junction train stop in the UK. That was a cool experience. I think even if you're not a huge fan, seems like it's as good a time as I need to play the speed potion. Even if you're not the biggest fan of Harry Potter, the experience, like just seeing the props and like how they do some of this stuff was pretty crazy. It was more of a tour of like how do they make big budget movies. And, my wife is not a huge, Harry Potter person, but she had a great time touring that area. It was kind of museum-esque, but kind of a museum cross with a movie studio. They had quite a bit of stuff in the way of sets. More damage than I would have liked to take there, but... By the way, we do have the fairy in a bottle, so I'm playing a little more, aggressive. I think adrenaline definitely good. No cursed key this time, so we can open our third floor. Sneko's skull. Yeah, open that third floor chest, and we get, whenever you apply poison, apply additional poison. I think it's pretty good. The shop is not great here. The campfire is interesting. I don't want to fight 2 elites, so I'm ruling out the left path. The 1 elite path is interesting. I don't think we're looking for that much more in the way of relics or cards that fighting an elite is worth it. But we'll fight the boss again. Actually, 3 weak against the Hexaghost is great, and we get to play Alchemize. Play Flechettes, and let's Calculated Gamble, see if we can get some other stuff going for us here. It's Deadly Poison, so 8 instead of 7. I don't think we need that. Any of that. And, yeah, 8 malaise. Can't imagine that the Hexaghost is going to do a whole lot with down 7 strength. So many use cases for malaise. It just, every time we play it, it's just so good. Let's get some deferred energy. I got the draw there. Shouldn't have played prepared just yet, but that's okay. Taking 0. Yeah, I mean, we're not. The Hexaghost does not pose a real threat to us at this point. Let's get energy. Let's just go as fast as we can. No reason not to take down the Hexaghost before he comes back around. Early in the game, if you fight the Hexaghost as an actual floor 1 enemy, you do have to be thinking about getting rid of him quickly. It's kind of a damage race. I think I've heard a streamer or two. Is that a Baylord saying? But yeah, if you let this guy whip back around and do the big attack again, that's when you start to get in some trouble. But in this case, that is not going to be a factor. We are going to get a rare relic for the cost of nothing. Should have played a potion. But Incense Burner, every 6 turns gain a tangible, very good. Cannot drink any of these. I don't think we need a dex potion over any of this. Another upgraded calculated gamble. Or an upgraded calculated gamble. Definitely good. Let's get to full HP. Go in the shop. Can't afford the removal. Burst. I think Burst could work. Piercing Whale is also so good. I think let's take Piercing Whale instead. We can strip the artifact in the worst case scenario off Donu Deka. Best case scenario, do even better than that. Even better. Sorry, my throat's a little dry. Let's hydrate here. We can do the fight for a rare relic. I'll take him on. Corpse Explosion. Very good in this fight. We'll do it on the higher health enemy because we're going to put Corpse Explosion on him. 24 incoming. I'll throw out the colorless here. Free the bomb. Kind of fun. Don't have to play Corpse Explosion yet. We're going to hold on to this. Let's malaise this guy. 19. Not quite a full block, but not so bad. Four skills. Let's get some energy back. Only one skill now. Might take a little damage, but not this particular turn, but at the cost of a little bit of HP, I think the rare relic is certainly worth it. Let's play Alchemize. Let's get our health back, because plated armor is not going to be the difference maker for us. And we'll get another potion right here. Pocket Watch. Play 3 or less cards and draw 3. It's possible. If we play a big malaise, we could draw some more, but the problem is our hand will already be full, most likely, if we do something like that. The last fight. I'm not going to challenge the Burning Elite one floor before Donu Deka. Seems unnecessary. Take a little damage here. Could have upgraded. Take another Tactician. No debuff yet. I'm a little surprised. Corpse Explosion is not critical in this particular fight. I'll outmaneuver and play Malaise next turn, I think. And throw Flying Knee on top of that. We're looking pretty good. It's got a little poison on it. I don't think this is catalyst worthy. He's not sponge worthy, guys. He's just not. The Spire growth. I mean, come on, he's a growth. That's not sponge worthy. Don't even need the malaise. Could have played the potion, I guess, but we're probably... Yeah, I should have played the potion. Prepared is okay. Let's smith one more time. Let's add the damage. This run has a definite chance. I think if you make it to Donu Deka with Corpse Explosion in hand, That is pretty good. Let's get this artifact out of here as quickly as we can. That's a great way to do that. Big malaise here, if we want. I think I would rather calculated gamble and try to get some block. Corpse explosion's also great. I'm not too worried about deadly poison. I think I will upgrade our defense. Corpse explosion, not critical on turn 1. We do want to play it sooner than later. Catalyst, I think, is a way to speed this fight up. 20 blocks, so we're already there. That seems like the right time to play that. Tactician. You know, we should play Cultist Potion, now that I think about it. Get another potion. Should have thought of maybe putting Weak on deck. I really want to rush down Donu here. If we can get a little more in the way of poison on him. I'm going to risk discarding Catalyst. We did not, so that was actually better. No. Nope. I think we've got what we want here. So Piercing Wail. Pretty good here. Weaken this Deca for the turn. Got 12 coming. I would like to play Terror, but I'm not going to. Wraith Form. I don't think you can say no to Wraith Form. Get out of jail free card. We need to stack some more poison on Donu, though. That's one thing I'm neglecting. In fact, we have 3 dexterity. I'm willing to double it. It's not the best. I think Wraith Form is actually playable here. This fight should not last too much longer. We do have the footwork to mitigate the downside of Wraith Form. With 4 energy. 4 energons. Let's see. It's acrobatics and get rid of tactician. I feel like we're thinking about more poison. We can full block. We can stack corpse explosion, so that means if Deca has some block, we'll do 500 damage instead of 250. With calculated gamble in hand, I think that's good enough. Guarantees this fight will come to an end if we get Donu to 0. We have the intangible here. Wraith Form done, but we get it from an incense burner. Pretty good. $19 times 3. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Feels right to just keep ditching cards and maybe get our Eviscerate back. I don't think that was even possible there, but Donu is 1 turn away, and it looks like we are going to make it through Ascension 2 as the Silent. 500 damage should do the job. Okay. I'll tell you what, the win streak is in full effect. We're up to Ascension 3 on the Silent. We get a new unlock. Cloak and Dagger, Accuracy, and Storm of Steel. Maybe some more chances to take Shivs in the future. Very good. How many in a row is that? 6 or 7? Something like that. I'm pretty happy with that. I think if we can find a way to get to 10, I mean, that is more than I would have thought possible. But hey, thanks for watching. Greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, hit that like and subscribe button. But until next time, have a great week and catch you all next time. Later.